got some talk-aboutables for you. The first one is about our friend Rachel Cruz. So you've heard me say before, more stuff won't make you more complete. We often purchase things because I feel that void. I feel empty. I feel incomplete. And instead of trying to figure out where does that come from? And is that even a bad thing? Maybe it's not incomplete. Maybe there's just a bunch of open space. And how beautiful is that reframing of the void? But buying more things won't make you more complete. If you show up complete, your things can amplify your experience of life. It can enhance your life. But I love this thing that our friend Rachel Cruz says. If nobody sees this purchase, do I still want it? I think about all the things that I bought in my corporate days of yesteryear, the luxury cars. At one point, I was looking at a boat, expensive purses or fancy jewelry or a shiny new watch. I had several really nice watches and really nice suits and really nice ties. But if no one was going to see these items that I'm purchasing, would I still want to buy them? And I live my life now in a way that I buy the things that I enjoy. If you come to my house, I have some nice furniture. I really enjoy my clothes, whether or not you enjoy them. I enjoy my furniture, whether or not you get value from them, because they're valuable to me. I enjoy these things. My car is my car. I don't have it to impress anyone. But also, if you're impressed by it, great. If you're not, that's great too. I didn't buy it for you. I bought it for me. And for the longest time, I was buying things not for me, but to impress other people. I wanted them to think a particular way about me. So I'd go into debt to buy a thing to impress someone so they felt a way about me. Well, if you feel a way about me because of my car or because of my clothes, you don't feel a way about me. You're not impressed by me. You're impressed by the things I was able to acquire, which isn't me at all.
Yeah. Now, if you get a yes to that question, you might have something really valuable, right? I'm willing to do this if no one sees it and gives me credit for it. I'm willing to buy this if no one knows that I bought it. Man, that might be as close to valuable as you can get, right?
Yeah.
This really is me following my highest excitement. Here are two questions I'd add to that question to help people walk through a process of decision making. The first question is, if no one sees this purchase, will I still buy it? Suppose the answer to that question is no. Then you might want to ask, all right, what value does other people seeing me give to my life? And then the next question is, do I want to continue telling myself that story? Because there are some instances where I might give a no, but I want to keep telling that story. For instance, I might not buy any non-pajama clothing if I was the only one in the universe. I love walking around in pajamas. However, there are some places I'm not going to go in pajamas for no other reason than that other people will see me in my pajamas, and there's a social interaction that I want that involves not talking about the pajamas that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's an example of me saying no, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with continuing that. But I think the question is great because it makes it explicit and gives you a chance to make a choice. And you can say yes to that choice, or you can say, all right, let's end it here.
Right. And I would just add to that by saying that, yes, you're not wearing your pajamas out in public or even here to the podcast, but you're also, the pants you're wearing, you didn't put them on saying, I'm going to impress people today with these pants or with the logo. I need the Louis Vuitton logo. I need the Gucci logo. I need the Polo Ralph Lauren logo. I need Tommy Hilfiger. I need Balenciaga. I need John Barbados, right? No, I don't need to show you who I am through a logo. I don't need to show you who I am through a brand name. I don't buy something in order to express myself. Me, I'm already complete. And therefore, the things that I have in my life, they're not going to make me more complete, but they can enhance my interactions with others. So yes, you're coming in here without pajama pants on.
Yeah.
Your clothes enhance your interaction, but you don't wear the clothes you're wearing right now to impress the people in this room or the people watching the podcast.
Profound, but also a missed opportunity for a CompuSalt, because you could have pointed at me and be like, I mean, look at this brother. He obviously didn't leave the house today trying to impress anybody.
He's
Because he's sure of himself.
Oh, that's good. And I think that extends to technology as well. We often buy new pieces of technology to show who we are. It becomes a status symbol, right?
Yeah.
So I love about Professor Sean. He has really been into different tablets over the years, and he is a big time Apple fan. But just recently, he made a huge shift over to fountain pens and writing in notebooks. And he's obsessed with these fountain pens now. But he's not buying them to impress me or other people. I'm impressed by it, but that's not the reason that he did it.
Yeah.
He did it because it's an art for him. And it allows him, there's some sort of creative expression there, but he's not doing it for other people. Other people might get something from it, but it's not the reason that he's doing it. Is that fair, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I spend the most of my time writing with these things at my desk at home alone. No one's watching me write a novel or journal. Like, I don't journal for other people. I journal for me. It enhances the journaling experience.
Yeah, and by the way, when I read one of your novels, I'm not like, oh, I could tell he must have used a really great fountain pen. You could have used a cheap gas station pen, right? Or I think it was Michelle Branch had an album called Hotel Paper. That she wrote the whole album on hotel paper while she was on tour, and she would just get these little papers and cheap pens and write it there. And so it's not about the utensil, just like it's not about the material possession. It's about what we create or what we do with those material possessions.
I would also say that most of the time when I do show the pens off to people and I'm explaining what's so beautiful about this one or the neat feature on this one, or most people just their eyes gloss over. They don't care. And I know they don't care. I get the joy in explaining it.
Yeah, that's right. And so part of it has to do with you have become more educated about it through explaining it to other people. That happened to me when we first started teaching the writing class, even before you joined me with the writing class, How to Write Better. I found that my writing improved significantly those first 3 years I taught the writing class because I was stopping and breaking down my own recipe to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And that really took the lessons I was teaching, I was also able to take back and incorporate into my own writing because I was beginning to better understand the things that I was teaching. And I find that if you want to learn something, teach it. Mm-hmm. If I really wanted to learn yoga, I would make a commitment to become a yoga teacher, even if I'm not proficient at it right now. But that's how you often get proficient at something. And in fact, Danny the other day came to me and was talking about how you and I have big dad wisdom energy.
Well, I never heard that term before.
So right,
well,
though.
I didn't think about it this way. I mean, I am a dad, so it makes sense. But he's like, we just need to open up a hotline where people can call in and especially people in their 20s who are struggling with some sort of. And the reason I have this wisdom is because we've talked about it so many times at this point. We've addressed so many questions that my answer at first is, I don't know. I need to think about that. We do these production notes for the podcast a week in advance because all week I'm thinking about these questions we are getting ready to answer because most of the time I don't really know. And I can talk about these things extemporaneously, but also if I ruminate on it for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days beforehand, now all of a sudden new ideas are coming to me. And then I incorporate that back into my own life. And so this podcast is just as much for me as it is for the listener. Did you enjoy this standalone Patreon highlight? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists or click the link in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.